Hey Corona, I'm Marisa.
And I'm Brooklyn, and this is
cdstv. The Red Cuddle Club is having their annual spring cleaning donation drive tomorrow, Saturday, April 4th from 8:30 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Donations can be brought to the senior parking lot. Just look for the Salvation Army truck. We are accepting gently used clothes, shoes, houseware items, furniture, books, and more.
Thank you for your support, Corona.
CDS TheaterWorks proudly presents Lend Me a Soprano. Catch the show Thursday, April 23rd and Friday, April 24th at 7 in the auditorium.
Tickets are available now on gofan.co. Come out and support our amazing TheaterWorks students in this hilarious production of Lend Me a Soprano by Ken Ludwig.
Corona. Prom season is officially right around the corner, and it's time to start getting those plans together. You can officially lock in your spot for the biggest night of the year.
Tickets are now $80 and can be purchased on GoFan.
Also, if you're planning on bringing a date from another school, you'll need to get that sorted out soon. Guest passes are available right now in the activities office.
Make sure you get those filled out, signed, and turned back in by the deadline of Friday, April 17th.
Don't miss out on an amazing night. Promposal competition is now open until April 15th. The winner will be announced on April 17th on social media. If you have already bought tickets, you will be reimbursed if you win. If you have any questions, please reach out to Mrs. Pick.
The Rio Salado Dual Enrollment Tuition Scholarship for the next year will open on April 8th. You can find the information on the Corona Dual Enrollment webpage, the Rio Salado webpage, or the flyer sent on Student View. It is given on a first-come, first-served basis for those who qualify. Do not delay. The due date is June 10th. You will be placed on a waiting list after that date.
Stay tuned for some CDS TV original content.
Hey Corona, it's Elijah, and welcome back to... Who am I here with, and what artist would you like to recommend?
My name's Nolan Calhoun, and I'd like to recommend Over Tonight.
My nose, eyes, and my mouth. I hate the jokes I laugh about. I hate the I'm sad about.
He's a very talented singer. His beats are on point, and his lyrics match up very well with the beats, even though it's low-key depressing, but whatever.
Over Tonight is an emerging indiecore artist whose raw honesty and unique sound have quickly gained him traction. And what song would you like to recommend from him?
I'd like to recommend Elephant Cage.
You can run, but you can't hide. You know you can't get away. Oh, trust me.
If you enjoy Fried by Fluoride, I Want to Be a Jack-O-Lantern, or Wi-Fi Skeleton, you may also like Over Tonight. Who am I here with, and what artist would you like to recommend?
I'm JJ, and I would like to recommend Origami Angel.
And why would you like to recommend this artist?
Because they're a pop-punk artist that I like, especially in the modern day.
Origami Angel formed in 2016 and is an American rock duo from Washington, D.C. And what song would you like to recommend from them?
I like to recommend 666 Flags.
If you enjoy Max Seal, Free Throw, or Microwave, you may also like Origami Angel. Who am I here with, and what artist would you like to recommend?
I am Damian Rasmussen, and I would like to recommend Rings of Saturn. They produce lots of very intense and heavy metal with tons of super intricate and really good sounding instrumentals along with great vocals.
Rings of Saturn was formed in 2009 and is an American deathcore and technical death metal band from the Bay Area, California. And what song would you like to recommend from them?
I would like to recommend Infused.
If you enjoy Chelsea Grin, Angel Maker, or Archspire, you may also like Rings of Saturn. And for one last artist, I would like to recommend Rick Astley.
Hey Corona, Dr. Wendell here, and today we're talking about one of the most famous spooky places on Earth, the Bermuda Triangle. You've heard the stories, ships vanish, planes disappear, compasses freak out, and if you've ever watched the History Channel, you know how it goes, yada yada yada. Aliens. But here's a real question. Is it actually a mystery, or is it just really good marketing? Welcome back to 90-Second Lessons. let's start the clock. The Bermuda Triangle isn't a real place with official borders. It's roughly the area between Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, which, by the way, just so happens to be one of the busiest shipping and flight zones in the world. But more on that later. First, let me tell you a couple of campfire stories. The biggest one takes us back to 1918 with the sinking of the USS Cyclops, which was a massive Navy cargo ship carrying 309 people. It sails from Barbados to Baltimore and never arrives. No distress signal, nothing. To this day, it's the single largest non-combat loss of life in U.S. naval history. Next is probably the most famous Bermuda Triangle story. In 1945, 5 U.S. Navy training planes take off from Florida on a routine mission. Mid-flight, the lead pilot reports his compass isn't working and believes they're over the Florida Keys, except they're not. It's believed he accidentally leads the group further out to sea. Radio contact fades. All 5 planes were never found, and the rescue plane that went after it disappeared too. Okay, cool stories, Wendell, but what's the truth? Well, this is best explained in 3 parts. First, check the tech. You have to realize that the flight and radio technology were still relatively new when all of these happened. Forget satellite signals or GPS. When you flew longer distances, you were basically on your own. And for the USS Cyclops, it's believed they overloaded it with too much cargo on top of heading into a storm. The lack of distress signal means that, sadly, she probably went down really fast. Second, newspapers and magazines in this period of history were guilty of publishing dramatic stories about disappearances, but they chronically left out the boring details like storms, human error, and the fact that ships were already in bad shape. The big kicker is that in 1974, a guy named Charles Berlitz wrote the best-selling book called The Bermuda Triangle. He grouped totally unrelated events, ignored evidence that didn't fit, and added just enough mystery to keep readers hooked. Yeah, but what about the compass going crazy? That's real, but not mysterious. It's called magnetic variation, and pilots and sailors are trained for it. Modern navigation systems today are completely unaffected, which explains why planes rarely vanish anymore, now that everyone has GPS. But to me, the biggest clue that this is all clickbait: insurance companies don't charge extra to travel through the Bermuda Triangle. Bottom line is that they like money. And if there were actual sea-eating magic forces at work, insurance companies would be very interested. So, is the Bermuda Triangle real? The place? Yes. The mystery? Not really. It's mostly a mix of all of these things: bad weather, high traffic, primitive tech, human error, and one incredibly successful PR campaign. Well, looks like I'm out of time. I'm Dr. Wendell, reminding you that sometimes the scariest things in history isn't the mystery. It's how easily a good story spreads. See you next time on 90-Second Lessons.
Well, that's all we have today, Corona. I'm Brooklyn,
And I'm Marisa.
and this was CDSTV.